Good afternoon, YouTube. Mikey Grimlock back again with another Transformers review for you. Now, in my last video, I said I was going to be doing something big for my next video, and this is what it is. Dun, dun, dun. It's Optimus Maximus. Yeah, this guy is rather large, shall we say. He's also a bit strange, and I actually think he's amazing, but I can see why some people think he's shit. This is Optimus Maximus in his, I'm not entirely sure what you would call it mode. It's either a tank or a base. I think it's most likely to be a tank, because if you look on his legs here, he has treads moulded in, and there's also wheels on the bottom, which would indicate that he's supposed to roll along the ground. And also there's a big fuck off gun in the middle here. So to me it looks like a tank. It's kind of like an armoured battle platform, really. Now, yeah, he's a big lad, this lad. He's also got a ridiculous amount of moulded in detail. Every single part of him is moulded detail. There's a little bit of paintwork on this side here, on these nice, I don't know what they are, lights of some sort. But everything else is moulded in. You can see his feet there, all that's moulded in detail. His fists, all the parts on his legs. He's got these beautiful guns moulded into his arms, like Gatling guns, that have been painted silver, and that's really, really nice. I love that. On his back here, he's got like fans and pistons and all sorts of machinery and mechanical things going along here. Bit of a shit. I don't know why they put the battery compartment as black. They should have just kept that red for continuity. But anyway, yeah, he does make lights and sounds, this lad. Even on his chest, all this is a sort of moulded in detail as well. It's a very, very well detailed toy, and I do like it. I'm not so keen on this mode. This is really kind of a shit mode, but it is fucking huge. This mode, obviously, it's made for Cyberverse, so this is supposed to accommodate a lot of different Cyberverse features and figures. So when it's in battle station mode or tank mode, there's seats here for two little figures. I have my little Bumblebee here. I'll take some photos at the end and I'll show you with like him sort of fully decked out, but you can see Bumblebee sits in there quite happily. As do all the little Cyberverse Legion class. Also on the arms, there are pods there, like docking little city bits where they can sit down. Again, I'll show you with Bumblebee. Sit down quite comfortably in there, and I think when they're in that mode, they're supposed to be obviously operating this giant Gatling gun. Then they have these bits up here. Now these actually fold down if you want them to, but these are sort of platforms, battle platforms. This one is a missile platform. This one is a machine gun or some kind of laser cannon platform. They have little gimmicks. This moves, if you move the platform, it rotates the gun, which is quite cool. There's also a button up here which you press, which I shall do now. Yeah, mint that like. Again, on the missile launching side. So there you go. So that's there's some nice bit of sound effects there. There are some more coming up, which I'll show you in a bit. Now these missiles along here, probably the worst missiles I've ever seen. They're friction missiles, which means that there's no spring, they're not spring loaded. If you look around the back here, there's just little pegs, which is the back end of the missile. You basically push the missile and it pops out, and it doesn't go very far. Yeah, so that's the missile. what else is there to talk about? Oh, the gun. I shall show you the gun in a second. But basically, that's his base mode. Lots and lots of lovely moulded in detail. Obviously, Optimus Maximus is some kind of skeletal battle station of sorts. An exoskeleton. Fucking hell. This isn't even late at night, it's in the afternoon, and I still can't remember what I'm trying to say. Yes, this is an exoskeleton. So, hence the reason there's lots of skeletal looking parts. And he does feel a bit hollow, and that's probably because he is hollow. So yeah, without further ado, let's get him into his big bad boy mode. So first thing you do is remove the gun, which I'll show you in a minute because I love that gun. Then this guy is so complicated to transform. He's about as complicated as fucking putting a shoe on or something. It's ridiculous. Basically, transform his legs, unpeg them, fold the feet round, fold the arms down, fold these platforms down, and that's him more or less transformed. Now obviously the whole reason of Optimus Maximus, the whole purpose of him is to be, as I said before, an exoskeleton for Optimus Prime. In fact, a little bit of background, the old TF Wiki, everybody's favourite Bible. Apparently it says in TF Wiki, Optimus Maximus is a powerful mobile Autobot battle platform. It is so powerful, in fact, some Autobot commanders are hesitant to use it, even if it could turn the tide of a battle. Even Megatron fears its power. So, he's a fucking big lad, basically. Big, powerful thing. Now, Optimus Prime fits in him fine, but nobody else does. So even if Megatron did want to use it, he wouldn't be able to fit in it because I've tried and it doesn't work. So, without further ado, basically to get Optimus in, the chest compartment here flicks down like that, pegs out. There's a little peg on the back and it goes into this hole here. This leaves a nice rosy red compartment for Optimus to sit in. So I'm just going to sit him down. He's a little bit of a bastard to get in, like, to be fair. If I can get him in. He doesn't really fit in, even though it's been designed for him, which I find a bit strange. But you have to sort of bend his legs in a funny angle. So there we go. There's Optimus inside. You can see his legs are really jaunty coming out from underneath there, but there's not much I can do about that. That's the only way you can sort of fit him in. So the big head reveal moment comes with this piece hanging off the back, which is obviously his helmet. So this comes round, and I'll see if I can get this on camera. Flicks over Optimus's head, and then if you get it right, brings down quite a lovely looking face. Now I'll just stand that behind me so you can see the face a bit better. I think this face is beautiful. It reminds me quite a bit of I think it's Armada Prime, although it's not the same. It's like a similar look and feel to it. Again, there's a ridiculous amount of moulded in detail on this face, and his mask and all sorts. And you can see Optimus sitting in there operating his massive platform. So in this mode, again, there's a few little gimmicks. Most of them are exactly the same as before, like, to be fair. Obviously you can move his arms. That's basically his posability is that. These legs do move outwards, not that you would ever need them to, because there's nothing you can do with them. And they move forwards. Every time you move them forwards, that happens. Every time you move them backwards, that happens. So yeah, what you would do in this mode obviously is, if we get some other commanders, this turns him into an even more powerful battle platform. Let's just see if I can get him fitted on there. So we've got Bulkhead sitting on his shoulder. Let's try the other side, see if I can get Ultra Magnus on here. There we go. So they're now operating those platforms on his shoulder. These bits on his legs, his kneecap stroke shin pads, actually come out and they fold down like so. And what you can do is you can put, I've got my all-time favourite Transformer ever here, Cyberverse Mirage. You can put him in, pin that up, and then, yeah, it's a bit shit. I'll see if I can show you that slightly better. I'll get a different, like a cutaway of it maybe. Whee! Yes! So he basically fits inside there. I've got a cliff jumper here as well, and put him in there. Get Bumblebee sat in here, and then we'll have Wheeljack sat in here, and then you have Optimus Maximus armed out, proper fully kitted out, and he's a big fucking lad, and I like him a lot. Like I say, there's no you can do with him, but I do like him. I like him quite a bit, and his faceplate's gone inside. Let's just get that back out. There we go. There we go. So, getting on to his weapon, which is this huge gun. I like this gun. It comes in two parts, which I'm not entirely sure why, but basically you've got like a shitty Energon gun, which I hate the Energon guns, but they put this on, and then all of a sudden you have one hell of a fucking gun. Look at that, that's beautiful. Quite a bit of detail on that again. That just pegs into his hand, like so, and then he has this massive gun to go along with the massive body. And I do like him. I think he's brilliant. You don't get a huge amount of play out of him, but he's certainly imposing, and he's a nice big figure. In terms of a size comparison, and this will be slightly misleading because I do have figures sitting on him. Here is Armada Tidal Wave, who we all know is a big lad. Here is Optimus Maximus. Yeah, he's bigger than Tidal Wave. He's almost the same size as Unicron, to my memory. So he is a big lad. And I do like this mod. I think Optimus Prime's legs look a little bit spread-eagled and gangly, sticking out of his chest there, but there's literally no one else who'll fit in. I've tried it with Ultra Magnus, I've tried it with Bulkhead, I've tried it with Megatron. None of them fit in apart from Optimus Prime. I don't know why that is, but he's quite cool. Yeah, there's not much more I can say about him really, because he doesn't do anything else. You can see there's a light up just here when you press one of those buttons. I think the idea is when it's in tank mode, which I forgot to mention before, when you have the gun pegged in here, it's supposed to light the energon part of the gun up. Well, like all the light things, it doesn't. So it's a bit pointless really, if you ask me. But should you buy Optimus Maximus? I think so. 35 quid for one of the biggest bots you'll probably get in your collection. I know he doesn't do much in the way of transforming, but I think he makes up for it in character and just the overall detail of him. I think he's awesome. And if you like the Cyberverse stuff, he's a pretty good set to get along with. Obviously they've just done the Bumblebee one, which looks pretty cool as well. But this guy is a giant, and I think he's lovely. So this has been Mighty Grimlock, and thank you very much for watching.